Okay.
You know, I added this. This is amazing. I added these AI features too. And what it'll do is it'll write a summary. It'll write a summary of the class when we're done. It also does some other things. I'm not sure what it does. All right, anyway, so all right, so
Hello, mister.
that's Yevon, yeah.
Yevon.
So Yevon, I was explaining something here. Okay, I've added the ability to do subtitles. You can do it in Ukraine language, English language, Russian language. I don't know if you could do Georgian language. Where's Lika? She was here.
I'm here.
But Artem says the Ukrainian is not good. So you can test it. It might help some of you to put in English language. Okay, and I'm recording this class too.
Like, honestly, for me, English is better because I can read the text and like understand more better.
Yeah, okay, we'll put that then.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
All right, a dictionary. Let's see. Code cell. So dictionary, okay, dictionary is key value pairs. Okay, like, you know, let's see here. Artem is equal to name Artem. You normally put it like this. It's easier to read. Okay, so that makes an object called a dictionary. Now this is different, right? If we had beforehand, we just had lists. We have Artem equals 1, 2, 3, or let's put the name of his, you know, his dog. His dog. He's got a dog. He's got a bicycle. It's not very useful, right? It's more useful to say, you know, Artem, you know, what pet does he have? As a dog, what, you know, what car does he have? He's too young to drive, so he has a bicycle. Mercedes-Benz bicycle. So, so that's a dictionary. All right, let's go back to the top here. Now, this empty dictionary, okay, when you do programming, if you make an empty object, this is called a constructor. Right? I mean, when we first make Artem, we don't know what's going to be in there. We might add stuff. We'll show here in a minute how to add stuff. Okay, so this is not an empty list. This is a dictionary. I'm going to change it. That's to be a list. We were making sets. That's why I put that set. The set looks like a dictionary, but it's more complicated. We will talk about that. When we started talking about sets is when the class got complicated. All right, so like I said, okay, this is not very useful. We have two students, Lika and Anna, but it doesn't say anything about the students, right? So here we could say Lika, this is her name. This is her age. So these are called attributes. Okay, the thing on the left is called a key or an attribute. And the thing on the right is called the value. Now, dictionaries look very much like JSON. JSON is also called JavaScript Object notation. It's a way to keep data in a database. A new way to do it. Old way was to use SQL. Okay, so now let's see here. What have I got here? Okay, so I said print Lika. Here's Lika, prints it out. Name, Lika, age 16. Print equal signs, just put some space on the screen to make it easier to read, right? So the screen doesn't have so much stuff. Now look here. Here is how you reference the element. Like if I want to say the student Anna, so I say Anna, and I put this attribute name here is, comma, age, years old.
Okay, why can't we just print Anna is 14 years old, and we have to like print Anna name is Anna age years old.
That wouldn't be programming. You're saying just print that's just typing. That's not programming. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Because this is a variable, you know. See, Yevin XXXX is Y years old. See, if we did what you're saying, then we'd have to say print Anna is 14 years old, then print Yevin is 14 years old. See, that's not programming. It's just text. It's not very useful. Now, look up here. I showed there's 3 ways to do this. I can say text, put a comma, and put the variable. Like here, look, let's put, did I run the spreadsheet yet? If I didn't run it, this will cause an error. No, I haven't run it. Let me run the whole thing. When you click run, you have to wait. See, it says connecting to Google backend. Google is starting up this computer for us. All right, it finished. Why is it complaining about this? Anna is not defined. We define Anna here. Did I run this? Create Anna. Run this. Oh, that's interesting. There's a space in front of it. Okay, there it is. You see, all right, look, there's different ways to print it. Like this first way just uses commas, right? You can say, you know, print A, B, C. I just prints A, B, C. But you can also say print A plus B plus C. Does the same thing. Well, notice this one has spaces. This one doesn't. If you want to print words, sentences, you have to put spaces between the words, you know, make them so you can read it. But I could also do this. I can say print %s. That means a string. %s, %s. Then you put the percent sign here, and you put this, then you say what you want to print. This is called a formatted string. We will talk about formatted strings a lot, especially as we start printing dates and numbers. Any questions? Everybody see that?
No questions.
All right. Now, okay, here we have Anna already. So but let's add to it. So this is how to add keys to a dictionary. So you just make up a name. And then write, the dictionary object. Then you put, whoops, whatever name. Like that. That's how you add to it. Okay, so now we said, okay, so Anna can speak English, Ukrainian, Greek, and Russian. So we print this. So we print Anna. Now look, it has something new here, right? It has languages. Now this last part here was what the homework was about. But it was a little bit more complicated. See, like if I just want to print what languages she speaks, how would I do that?
Print Anna languages.
That's right. How many? How can you print how many languages she knows?
Yeah, I see, but I don't really understand what you wrote, like percent S knows percent I, like.
That's how to print how many languages. Okay, we'll go back and review that. Okay, so for example, we could say percent S percent what does that do? That's a formatted string. Let's see if it works. See, that means I want to take this thing on the right. I want to print it. Like I want to say the letter is A, right? But if that's a number, I would say the number is, you use I for integer. And here we put a 1. So this is a shorter and easier way to do it than go back and write, where was it? All this stuff, plus, comma. It just makes it's shorter, easier to do. You just put on the left what you want to print, and on the right you put the variables, and it puts them in. It's called formatted output. Now I think there's D. Is there D? I forget. Let me see here. For decimal, I forgot. Let me see. I don't know if it's a F. I think you do something like this. Let's see what happens. You see what that did? Can anybody figure that out? Why did it put .4 with 5 zeros? Because I said use 5 decimal points here. You see that? If you're working with money, euros, how many decimal points would you put? I mean, what's the
Sticks.
smallest euro? That's the smallest coin that we have, right? A penny, 1 cent. So it wouldn't make sense to say 3.4 euros dot dot dot. We would just say 2. Like this. And I forgot what the 2 in the front means. I have to look that up. All right, anyway, so now let's do this. Okay, so here we okay, we could put anything in a list, right? We can make a list of, we can put a list of, G equals. We can put anything at 1, 2, 3, 4. We can put in, let's see, what is it? Anything, right? So we could put into their list of students, Leek and Anna, like this. We say append. So you make students an empty list, this empty list, right? And you say append, that adds them. Then you print it out. Now someone tell me how to print this out using a loop. How do you do a loop? For I and what?
Print for I, and then like print. Oh, in.
Whoops. I'm gonna put a blank line here too. I'll put some equal marks. Like this. Didn't we do that last class? We printed stuff in a list. We did it by index. We did it by counter. I think that was the last class. Okay, so okay, yes, we did it in this class. So here it is. Now look at this. This thing's a bit messed up. Why does it say Lika 4 times? Look, if I run this one time, it's got Lika in there twice. If I run it again, it's got Lika in there 3 times. Why?
Because you said append.
Yeah. So just looping there, looping, right? If I wanted Lika in there just one time, I would first I'd have to initialize it, Remember what I said about constructor? A constructor initializes an object. That means make it empty. I don't want to do that now because then I'll lose everything. So let's take this out for a minute. Now, why did I do this? Oh, okay. This is where we got into sets. Sets are quite complicated. Okay, a set is from math. It's an idea from math. Sets don't allow duplicates. So let's see what happens here. If we say the set of K is equal to 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, what's it going to print?
That's what you wrote. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
Nope. I said it doesn't allow duplicates. So it's going to
Then
print.
it will print 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, very good, very good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so when you learn this in math class, you normally use diagrams. Okay. I don't really have a way to draw pictures on this computer. I have an iPad with a pencil, but I have to take this big cover off to do that. But anyway, so there's the idea of let me see if I can show you. Find a picture. Okay, intersection. Whoops. This is a little bit off topic, but well, this is a good picture. Visit page. Where did our picture go? Okay. Can you see this? A, B, C, A, E, I, O, U.
Yeah.
Okay, this means, okay, if we got, suppose we got, listen, the set of all, okay, suppose we had the set of all, let's see here, what can we say? Okay, suppose we had the set of this is fish, all fish, right? Then we divide them into red fish and blue fish. If there's only two colors of fish in the whole world, we have red fish in one set and blue fish in the other, and we put them together, then we get all fish. Okay, but this little area in the middle here, this means, let's see, there should be a picture of that intersection, union. Here's intersection. If A was all red fish and B was all blue fish, then this part in the middle would be fish that are both blue and red. That's called intersection. That doesn't make sense because I just said all fish are either blue or red. But just pretend that we do have some that are both blue and red. So if we go back to computer code, we do it like this. Okay, look. We have one set that says 1, 2, 3. We have one set that says 3, 4, 5. What element is common to both of these? What's in
3.
one? Yeah, that's the intersection. Okay, so if I print the intersection, you guys know this pretty well. What math are they teach in school now?
Like
Algebra or geometry or trigonometry?
algebra, geometry. Yeah.
They're teaching algebra.
Yeah.
How old are you?
12. I'm in 7th grade.
Well, the Ukrainians are learning faster than in Cyprus, I think.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like now, when I go to Greek school, they learn negative numbers.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
You're like 2 years ahead of Cypriots.
For real.
Well, hope nobody plays it on a recording and hears that, but I've looked at some of the books here and translated them and gone through them, and I thought they were pretty advanced. But anyway, okay, so the intersection, you just say the set A and you say dot intersection, prints it out. Okay, the union is going to be both of them, right? That stuff. Okay, that was the end. What did I do here? All right, this is where we got into keys and values. Okay, we look at Anna again. Look at Anna. Okay, the stuff on the left are keys or attributes, the name, age, languages, and the stuff on the right are values, right? The key of name has the value Anna. Okay, so here I said print keys, it says name, age, language. Let's print values. It says Anna 14, and then it prints off this list. So we can print the keys and the values like this. Okay, items means go get both the keys and the values. Okay. This is a bit technical, but you can say items is an iterator. An iterator is anything you can loop over. So here I could say, okay, loop over or print a key and the value of everything in Anna and then Lika. So then you run this, it prints. It prints their name, their age, and their languages. I'm gonna put this equal in here again, make it easier to read. Okay. By the way, look, I can put /n/n. That makes blank lines. You see, I put 2 blank lines here. Called a new line. Okay, so what is this? I think that was sets. Well, what this is printing. This is a loop within a loop. You see this? What's the first loop? Right, I could say for, for, and then inside this for, I could keep going forever, So here we have, the outside is the students. That's a list, right? Is a list. Okay, lists are iterable. What did I just say iterable means? That means something you can loop over. Okay, now we get the first thing in the list. It's a dictionary. It's Anna. So then we can say for keys and values in dictionary item, print that. Comes out like this. Looks the same. What did I do this for? Oh, this is just a summary of what we did, okay? Now here, I made the homework here, and it was a little bit complicated, but I basically said, or maybe I said at the top, homework. No. Okay, see how we printed here? We said Anna, languages, and they're all on one line. So I said, okay, I want you to print this on a separate line, right? So did anyone do this homework? Okay, we picked on Anna enough. Let's put Lika. Languages. That's just a list. So we can print here for L in Lika languages. Print L. Then what I wanted you to do here was this. I just give you the answer because it's a little bit complicated. Okay. Okay, you remember the problem with this? It just prints everything on one line. So what I do this, I can say here, let me say print key value, but I want to also say print the type of the value. You remember what types are? Remember string, there's integer, there's decimal. So let's see this. So okay. So okay, look, this says it right here. See perfectly. The first one says Anna is a string. It says the age is 14. And here's the languages is a list. Now I don't think I even showed you how to do the if statement yet. Did we do the if statement? So I'm gonna say if the type of this thing is equal to a list, then for D in value, print D. I put else. So here's what I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, look, I'm saying, go through and print everything. It'll say name Anna, age 14. But then I'm saying, okay, if I'm asking the computer, I'm saying, what kind of object is this? If it's a list, then I'm saying, okay, that's a list. So print all the values in the list to see if it works. See, it does work. You see the difference? Yeah, Ben, do you understand this? Where's Artem? Is he
Yes,
here?
mister, I do understand.
Okay. Explain it to me then. What does this mean?
If I'm not mistaken, the value, the value equals the list. And then in D, in the value, we we have D is value. And when we print D, we will have everything for the name, age, and languages, if I'm not mistaken.
No, no, see, look, okay, look. Let's go through here. Let me get rid of this for a minute. Okay, up here, look, see, we printed the name, the age, and then the languages. The languages are all on one line. I don't want them on one line. I want them to be listed. So here, let's just put the type of the value. And the type can be a list. Here it is. It says it can be a string or it can be an integer. If I run this, it prints it off. See, it says it says print type. That's Anna. That's a name. No, that's a string. It says, okay, then print the age. It says that's an int. Int means integer. Then it says, okay, actually, let me put here something. I'm gonna add to it. I'm gonna say key and type so we can see side by side. So then see, it says language is a list. Since it's a list, we can do this, right? We can do looping. That's all. I just wanted you to understand how to use this, how to check the type of an attribute. There's also this thing here called isInstance. Let's do it. We can write it another way. There's another method. Okay, we can, this is two things, right? Check whether values equal list. We could also put this. When you say in computers, isInstance of, that means, is this thing we're looking at, is it, what is it? And if I say here, okay, I say, let's see if value, if it's a list, then this is another way to do the same thing. See? Okay, that's a review of what we did last time, plus the homework. And we've already used up 40 minutes. So here, let me look at something here. I'm going to give you guys a tutorial that you can go read. Let me stop the closed captioning. I mean the recording. Let's see here. Where is it? How do you stop the recording? Well, I won't stop yet. Okay, so I'm going to go look at the main page of Hypatia and see what we're going to learn next. All right, here you go. I want you to do this. Well, let me stop. I want you to watch this video I made about APIs. That's all. Video tutorials. Copy link. Then we're going to talk about APIs next time. An API, what does an API do? Well, it's the way one program communicates with another. All right. When you're on your phone and you're doing TikTok, is TikTok on your phone? Or is it in China somewhere?
On our phone.
No, it's in China somewhere. Because if it was on your phone, you would need a very large telephone, right? Stop recording.